Joe, a frustrating defeat in the Old Firm derby. What was your thoughts on it overall?
Yeah, I think it's just more frustration more than anything. We can't believe in it till the last 15 minutes in these games to have a real good go. You know, it shouldn't take for a tackle from them on a late one on Mia for us to up our game and up our tempo. But you know, we need to make sure we're going again because we've got another big game next week. We can't be all doom and gloom. There was still some good parts in that. We still could have nicked a draw at the end for as poor as we did perform in the first half. But you know, there's moments that we've got to learn from. We've got to make sure we eradicate a few things, and we ultimately just have to go again for next week.
Yeah, it was the main frustration, perhaps how you started the game. Of course, going in at the break, 2 goals behind, leaving yourself a lot to do.
100%. It's nowhere near good enough in the first half. The players know that. We know that. We can't work all week on certain things to counteract an opposition and then it not come out. You know, our quality wasn't there. Our battling wasn't there. We can't make sure that we're coming into these games and being second best to anything. If there's anything that's non-negotiable, it's that willingness to, you know, step up and have a real good go with your opponent. So I think that was disappointing for me that it just looked like we were 1 or 2 yards off it on the press, and physically we looked like we got out-battled in the first half. So that's something that we've got to make sure that we're putting right, because we know that that's ultimately killed us today with the final result, because we've given a team 45 minutes and 2-goal lead for us to actually start playing and start turning up. So we need to make sure that that's eradicated, and we've got to look ahead for next week.
Yeah, it is the team's first defeat of the season, but how proud are you of how the players have performed up to this point?
Oh, like I said, we can't be all doom and gloom because we've been 95% brilliant up to now, and it's always going to feel a lot worse because of how well we've done. And that first defeat is always going to feel like a kick in the teeth. And it's just disappointing that the matter that we've gone about it in. It's not like they've absolutely played us off the park and, you know, been unreal where we can step back and go, oh, you've just been beat by a better team today. I think that's the thing for me. For as poor as we were, it's still only 2-1. We're still in a game. And that can sometimes feel a little bit more frustrating because, you know, there's still moments where you can get back into it. But that's not saying that we deserved anything after that first half performance, but we still know we've got some quality to be able to pull something out of the bag and score a goal and create a chance. So again, our subs come on and made a difference again for us, which was positive. So we've got to make sure that we don't see that first half performance again, and we've got to make sure that we get back on that training pitch this week and put it right.
Yeah, you touched on it, of course, as a perfect opportunity as such to bounce back with the cup final next weekend now. Yeah,
we've got to make sure that we're feeling that hurt. There's nothing wrong with being hurt with that result and that performance, because we know it weren't quite right. But like I said, we can't be too low that we're scraping people off the floor. You know, it's not all doom and gloom. We didn't get wiped 3 and 4-0. So, you know, it's frustrating and it's disappointing because it's always going to feel harsh with that first result, that first loss. So, yeah, we've got to make sure that we're putting moments right, and I have no doubt that we will, because we're going to get back in this week and we'll get it on the up on the big screen, and we'll get out on the pitch and we'll put it right what we've done wrong today.